All right, I'm back. I blocked at that side. It still has the manifold on it, and I'm actually going to take those off real quick. So I'm going to grab my trusty large socket right here, and I'm actually going to take that side off real quick. And I do not remember from the other night when I was out here tired and cold what size these are. And it looks like they are 9/16. So I am going to actually I'm going to blow these off with, well, I feel like if I use the impact I'm going to break them, so I'm going to very gently break them loose. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say break them loose. I should say loosen them up, because the key is not to break exhaust bolts off in the head, because it is a pain to get them out. They get hot and cold cycles like crazy, and they are probably the one of those things that's more likely to break off than anything else on the motor, other than cheap dowel pins. I promise, I do have it blocked. These are coming off. They're caked on with grease. It'd be interesting to see somebody build a turbo or twin turbo setup coming off the front of the motor if you had the room. Looking at the 94 I have, and looking at the 89 that I have, and I've had an 87, which is the same style as the 89, which is the brick nose. Definitely don't have as much room as the well, take that back. I think they actually have a little bit more room than the 94, which is the old body style. Some guys call it the arrow nose. As we speak, I actually have the video of about a 25-minute one uploading as we speak. Remember how I said it's taken a long time? Well, it's taken about an hour. Not to mention another couple hours just messing around with my wife's laptop and missed one. I did. I totally missed one. Some of you guys who were paying attention probably saw that. Whew. Ooh, man. That is not good. It looks like there is some mice turds in the exhaust manifold. So that tells me that this thing has sat for longer than I thought. That is not good. I do not like the looks of that, so I am going to dump this in the garbage. I'm not going to dump the manifold in the garbage, but I'm going to dump the crud that's in it in the garbage. So that tells me something was living up in the exhaust. I'm going to set that manifold aside. I'm actually going to grab this one, set it aside. Actually, the manifolds that came off of this motor were actually cracked. This rebuilt one that came out of, I believe, a '92 truck. Well, like I said, that was a rebuilt by a Ford, factory Ford rebuilder or Ford dealer recondition. So I was very surprised, to say the least, that it was a Ford turbo block, but it was not. I do not think it's actually turbo internal. They still have to actually verify that. Mice. Oh man. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen this head up real quick with the gun. And hopefully be able to pop it off. And I'm actually going to pop that side off first. That side is unbolted completely, but I want to see if I can get this one loose. I don't know if you can hear the probably not over this impact, but there's some helicopters actually part of a company called Billings Flying Service in Billings, Montana. They're one company that I know of in the United States that can actually buy helicopters off of the military and use them for private industry, which they actually put out forest fires and during the summertime, and then they also move very heavy equipment. There's another company in Billings, Montana called RJ Corman, and they're a train derailment service. I do a little bit of work with them. They actually had to go down about 900 feet down in a mine and pull out a dump truck. Yes, the big dump truck out of a mine that had fallen the 900 feet down into the bottom, and they had to go and cut it up, and Billings Flying Service actually pulled it out with a helicopter. And that's not one whole chunk, that was piece by piece after it was cut up, because that was the only way to recover it and get it out of the way so they could keep mining. Oh man. That doesn't sound good. Not bad. Not bad. Workout today. It's the last one right there. Yep. That was loose. That was loose. Yep. Run these out real quick. I'm gonna bag them. Actually, I'm gonna leave one in just to be able to take that other head off and hopefully safely by myself. I'm actually going to take this guy right here and actually, I believe, I'm going to pop it off without damaging the block. double check, make sure I got all the bolts out. It's the last thing I want, something holding me up. I'm actually gonna pause for a second, and I might reposition the camera, start taking off this front area, because I'm not sure exactly how everything is put together up here. This is the second one I've taken apart, but you got the water neck with the thermostat. You got the inlet. I got the fuel pump still on it. I am going to try to get this fan off. That one's going to be a pain because I don't know if I have a wrench for that. Actually, I don't think I have a wrench for that. I'm going to take this panel off too, the rear main seal. And kind of interesting view that they have back in there with that. Some good silicone, whatever they had on there.